Welcome, welcome, welcome to Straight Talk with Shelia. I am so glad that you're here today to hang out with me. I'm so excited for those of you who have reached out and you have DM'd me, you have sent me emails and have reached out to me. Thank you so much for connecting with me. Today I want to talk to you about how to wait. Oh my goodness. We are in a season of waiting. Oh my gosh. If you're like me, there was a time that I did not like to wait. And I want to tell you about an art of waiting. There is an art to waiting. Yes, it is so important that we know the art to waiting. Yesterday was the day that we found out the results of the election, and we were in a season of waiting. We're in a season of waiting for a cure for COVID-19. We're in a season of waiting to get back in the classrooms. We're in a season of waiting to hug our family members that we haven't seen in person for so long. The waiting is real, y'all. It's real. I tell you, I'm so glad I learned the art of waiting. I want to talk to you about the waiting in your relationships, the waiting in your finances, the waiting in your health, the waiting in your faith. I want you to give me a raise of hands in the chat. Put some hands up in there. Let me know if you're like me that you hate to wait. Yes, I hated to wait until I found out that there's a right way to wait and there's a wrong way to wait. I was so glad when I found that out, that it's so important that you know the right way to wait. Waiting is real, and you must add faith to your wait. And when you add faith to your wait, there's another thing that you have to do. You also have to add action to your wait. It is so important that we don't just wait, like twiddling your thumbs. You're standing there and just waiting. Waiting is not passive. Waiting is active. We've got to take action while we wait. Let me ask you about your relationship. Are you waiting to see an improvement in your relationship? If you're waiting to see an improvement in your relationships, there's some things that you can do while you wait. Let me share with you. It's so important that we understand that while we wait for an improvement in our relationship, it is time to find out about you. It is time to focus on the things you don't like, the things that irks you. You now know the things that are your triggers. You now know what you don't like. You're learning more about yourself. You now know what makes you laugh. You now know what makes you sad. You understand because you're working on yourselves while you are waiting for your relationship to become better, while you're waiting for improvements to happen. You're not just waiting. You're waiting and you're taking actions. How about your finances? You may be waiting for a turnaround in your finances. And I stopped by here today to tell you there are some unique things that you can do. You may be able to open up an account and you refuse to put the app on your phone that you have access to it. You're deciding that you're going to wait for the statement to come in the mail. So you no longer have access, that you now know how much is in there at any time at the press of a button. You've got to wait. You've got to develop strategies around the things you want to see, because as you wait, there's things that you need to do. You may need to take a course about investments and learn about ROI's, return on your investment. And if you're struggling and waiting for that breakthrough medicine to come because you need a turnaround in your body, there's things ailing you, you've got to do some things. Maybe you've got to start exercising. Maybe you've got to put down the coffee, and the money that you're spending for coffee, put it in that account. And start to drink some more water. Do different things while you wait for your health to improve. You may be waiting for a shot in the arm of your faith. You are struggling with your faith right now. And the important things that you have to do, maybe you start just by giving thanks. You meditate on the things that are going well in your life. Start right there. Do Thanksgiving prayer. Nothing hard, nothing long. Just give thanks for what you have. If you want to improve your relationship, you may be able to take some personality tests. There's several of them out there on the internet. You have the Harrison assessment test. If you want to know how employer would rate to see if you're a good fit for them, that would be a good place to start. Take the Harrison test. You may want to take the 16 personality assessment. That also gives you a feel of who you are, what would you like to do, how you connect, the things of, how you connect with your employer. It is so important. There's also another assessment called the Strength Finder. Strength Finder, I should say. It's the Gallup Strength Finder. It helps you find the areas where you're strong, what you're good at. It's important that while you wait, you're figuring out things along the way. Waiting is not passive. It is active. It is so important that we understand that. When you're waiting, you have to understand that it's a time to prepare. I came across a quote by Whitney Young, and he said that it is better to prepare for an opportunity and it not happen than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. This time of waiting, while you're waiting for things to happen, while you're waiting to go back to work, while you're waiting to go back to the classroom, while you're waiting to connect with your family, it is time to connect with you. It is time for you to know that while you wait, it is time to prepare. Preparation is important. If you know someone right now who's struggling with waiting and who needs to know, I want to put me on pause right now. Put me on pause. Like and share this video so that they also can learn the art of waiting, because there is an art. And it's important that we know that there's a right way to wait and there's a wrong way to wait. And we all need to be waiting in the right way. If you are waiting on something, I want you to type it in the comments right now. Let me know what you're waiting on. And after that, tell me what you're going to start doing today. The action that you're going to take today that's going to get you out of that rut. And that's going to bring a change to that thing you're waiting on. Waiting is not passive. It is active. I stopped by here to tell you that's the strategy that I use to help me. And I was so excited. I was so glad when I found out that there's a right way to wait and there's a wrong way to wait. So while I'm waiting now for my next step, I'm preparing. I'm preparing for that opportunity that is waiting. And I say to you, you need to prepare now for that opportunity, because you cannot wait until when that opportunity arrives. That's the time you're looking to start to start working on it. You've got to prepare now. So that's my strategy today. I am your coach. I am your sister, shining light to the treasure down on the inside of you. And I see the strategy that I've given to you, that you're starting to use them and make a difference in your life. If you're struggling with your weight, you need to connect with a coach like myself that could help you strategize and figure out the action steps that you need to take right now to prepare for what's coming. You've got to meet what's coming. You cannot just stand still and wait. You've got to take action. Thank you for joining me. I'll meet you here next week. Same time, maybe not same place. And I want you to know, I can't wait to hear from you, to tell me how you're strategizing around waiting, or to ask me, how can I help you to develop your strategy for waiting? Have a great evening, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.